Kite surfer fights off sharks with knife. Kite surfer Johann Schmidt recently found himself in a battle against sharks in the Red Sea during a kite surfing excursion. Schmidt had planned to sail 124 miles across the Red Sea when the wind suddenly stopped. At about 2/3 the way into his trip, his kite was deflated and he was faced with having to brave out the situation until help arrived. Reportedly, the 42-year-old Schmidt waited 40 hours for help to arrive. He survived the ordeal by nourishing himself with 2 energy bars, some water, and energy drinks. But nourishment was the least of his problems, as he spent a good amount of his time fighting off sharks. In an interview with news agency One, Schmidt described the challenge he was faced with while waiting for the National Coast Guard to arrive. "I was surfing along when the wind just completely stopped. After waiting for an hour and a half, no winds came back, but waves had built up and night was arriving. So I called SOS on my handheld radio, then called again 3 hours later, but there was no response." He also shot flares out toward passing fishermen, but was not noticed. Schmidt says the first night stuck on the sea was peaceful, and he had made a raft with his board and drifted about. The second night, however, was not peaceful, as winds pushed him into a reef where sharks were in the vicinity. "They were about 8 to 15 feet long. They attacked me through my kite, which must have also attracted them because of its color," Schmidt said. "I stabbed them in the eyes, nose, and gills. The fight, which I've miraculously survived, took the whole night. By the morning, they were gone. There were 11 of them." He gives credit to his brother Tim, who had made him take the knife on the trip. "Maybe he had a premonition," noted Schmidt. Eventually, he was rescued by a military boat and was brought to a hospital. He is doing well and suffers no injuries, but did experience exhaustion and dehydration, reported NBC Miami. This isn't Schmidt's first attempt at a long voyage across an ocean. He once crossed the Baltic Sea on his kiteboard. "I'm always prepared with energy bars and drinks, but from now on I will always carry a knife."